It was winter on the island of Sodor. The first fogs had begun to roll in from the sea. Thomas, Annie, and Clarabelle loved the quiet of Misty Valley, but Thomas must be careful of rocks that sometimes roll onto the tracks. Cyril the Fogman has a very important job. He puts detonators on the tracks to warn the engines when there's fog ahead. Shivered Thomas as he ran over the detonator. Said his driver. Said Thomas. That night at the sheds, Sir Topham Hatt had something special to show the engines. It was very large and strange looking. Asked Percy. Said Sir Topham Hatt. Said Percy. Huffed James. Grumbled Gordon. Thomas looked worried. He asked. Said Sir Topham Hatt. Whispered Thomas. The next day, Percy was cheerfully chuffing through Misty Valley when suddenly... exclaimed Percy. Said his driver. The foghorn had been so loud that it made the hillside shake. No sooner was Percy out of sight when one rock fell, then another, and another. Before long, the track was blocked, and the foghorn was crushed. Not far away, Thomas was happily puffing right on time. Said Thomas. And then before he could even think of anything else... cried Thomas. Said his driver. Said his fireman. Said Thomas. Called a voice from the fog. Said Thomas. Toby and his coach Henrietta were chuffing along. Toby was looking forward to a well-earned drink at the next station when... puffed Toby. Said his driver. And just around the next bend, with his axle still tingling, Toby was very glad they did. Otherwise they would have crashed into Thomas's wreck. Soon the tracks were cleared and Thomas was back on the rails. Said Thomas. Said Sir Topham Hatt. Said Cyril. Said Toby. Said Thomas. Said Percy.